fellow comic book lovers, collectors, and aficionados. Vin Crew here with my well, it's not weekly, I guess, but my back issue comic book haul, my BICH. The BICH is back, I guess. Yeah, I know it's been a little while. Haven't been dead. Been buying books, about 2,500 books or so in the last 3 months. Not obviously going to bore you with all of those, but we'll show you some of the more interesting, cooler ones. And as well as I did some trades with people and whatnot. So I've been around, but let's just get into it here. Before I start, here's my background for today. This is the Marvel Encyclopedia. It's the updated and expanded version. I like these because it goes over the history of each character, tells you what they first appear, their first appearance, and that sort of a thing. Now, granted, I know that there's some glaring inadequacies in this book, but 95% of it is accurate, and I enjoy them, and it's a good read, so I'd highly suggest it. All right, so let's get on. I'm going to do a couple of trades here real quick. This first one was with, and I apologize. I thought I had pulled everybody's trades that I had done, but I realized I had filed away Wayne Murdoch and Fool Killer stuff. So I really apologize, guys, but I really appreciate those trades you did for me. So Fool Killer and Wayne Murdoch. But here is, the first one is with Notawag, Brian. Just a super nice guy. Very, very knowledgeable on books. Works at a comic shop. Served our country. I mean, just the guy is just so nice. I'm so fortunate to have gotten to know you, Brian. So here's what Brian ended up sending me. Omega Men 17, 19, 20, 21. Annual number 1. This is a series I'm working on. And another series I'm working on is Gotham City Sirens. 14 and 18. Gotta love Gotham City Sirens. And then these were the books that kind of really made it work for me. Figment 1 and 2. These books really are starting to gather some steam, and people are really starting to take notice of this. It was overlooked. It's already gotten to second printing stage, and people are really starting to want these books. So I know Matt Comic Hoarder had mentioned this in one of his videos prior to this, and when I saw Brian mention this and that he had some extras, I jumped right on it. So thank you so much, Brian. I really, really appreciate it. Next one, speaking of Comic Hoarder, is with Matt Comic Hoarder. So ended up picking up Conan 118 he sent me. Conan 37, and it's escaping me on what makes this issue sought after. I think it's a Bernie Wrightson comes back onto this, I think. I'm probably wrong on that, but Matt, you can correct me. This is Marvel Superheroes 57. What makes this book sought after is that this is one of the 30-cent test variants. And so him and I are big collectors of those, and he was nice enough to send me one. Justice League of America, the Whitman version. I want to say this is 156 or 157. The Woods number 1 from Boom Studios, low print run on that. G.I. Joe 142. I believe this is the first meeting between Transformers and the G.I. Joe, which is really cool. Tales of the Teen Titans number 81. Now, I know that it went to reprints on this. I think it's like issue 61 or something like that. But try to find the last 10 issues of this run. I think it ends on 91 or 92. Almost impossible to find in the wild. And so thank you so much for sending me that. He also sent me Marvel Graphic Novel number 9. This is the Futurians. It's a first print, so by Dave Cockrum. And then these were the books that really, really piqued my interest. And Matt had done, this guy is just a wealth of information, as you all know. He knows more about comics than I'll forget. And he had done a beautiful video on what these books were. And it's this is comics books 1, 2, and 3. And these are from 1974, 75. And it's a collaboration between Stanley, Marvel, and Krupp Kitchen Press. And where they were trying to garner more attention for the independents and undergrounds. And so it ran the 3 issues under Marvel, and then it went 2 more issues under Kitchen Press, I believe. And I know Matt has those issues. So Thank you so much, guys, for those trades. I really, really appreciate that. So here's some of the stuff I picked up in a couple of months. I'm going to have to do 2 vids on this as usual. First one, speaking of Marvel graphic novels, here's number 3 from 1982. Dreadstar, Jim Starlin. I know that was hot for a little while. Here's Marvel graphic novels number 10. It's Heartburst from 1984. The Aladdin Effect. This is Marvel graphic novel 16. What it is this young lady here finds a magic lamp, and she brings Tigra, Storm, and She-Hulk into the future, into the present, or the reality. So it's kind of cool. Marvel graphic novel 19 from 1988. Conan, the Witch Queen of Acheron. This is The Big Change from 1987. It is from Jim Starlin and Bernie Wrightson. Features Hulk and Thing, just cool as hell. This is one of the books I was very happy as far as the Marvel graphic novels I've wanted for a while. Came out in 1987. This is Emperor Doom. And I know Hitman Von Doom and Comic Hoarder have all featured or spoke about this, and it's really a great read with Purple Man, Doom, West Coast Avengers, the Avengers, really cool. From 1990, this is the Excalibur Weird War 3. This is another one I'm really happy I picked up. All of these Marvel graphic novels, I don't think I spent more than $1 or 2 on. This is the Inhumans, and with all the attention being devoted to them, this book is one that you might want to put on your watch list. This is from 1984. This is Star Wars Returns. It's the soft cover version, and it collects the 4 issues that were in comic form. And then there's also a hardcover version of that. This is kind of cool. This is from 1987. This is Bizarre Adventures 31. What makes this interesting is this is what they call their violence issue. So that was pretty cool. From 1978, Battlestar Galactica scrapbook, the original Battlestar. How cool is that? This one is in really rough shape, but I think I paid 50 cents for it. It's one of the Fireside books. It's the secret origin of this DC superheroes. Carmine Infantino, Denny O'Neil. This one I got to give a nod out to. Well, first I'm going to do this one. This is Mobius and Batty, the Magic Crystal and the Island of the Unicorn, number 1. Love Mobius. I know some people might not be familiar with his work, but well worth checking out. Speaking of Mobius, I have to give a shout out to Why Not Art. Tony was the one who featured this in one of his videos, and it's Penthouse Comics, number 7. And it's, like I said, it's by Mobius, but this really is garnering some attention because this cover has got like a homage or swipe or dig or whatever you want to call it to Batman. So it's really pretty much, for people who are aware of it, they really want it. And there is a comic size version of this. This is more of a magazine size. So thank you, Tony, for bringing that to my attention. Life with Archie. This is the magazine that collects issues 36 and 37. This is Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman. This, unfortunately, is a second print, but to be honest, I'm happy with second print right now. Obviously, I'd love to get a first print of that, but just a cool looking cover. Speaking of cool books, this is the Humans. I know I saw Yanni Gogolak feature this. This is issue 0, and this is before. This has been picked up by Image, and this predates the Image pickup. And this is like a Kickstarter thing where you can buy it for $5. And the best way I can describe this book, it's kind of like Planet of the Apes meets Sons of Anarchy. It's a motorcycle gang of apes, which is kind of cool. This is a book that should be on people's radars right now. I was amazed when I found this. And Tom Ryan even mentioned this when I emailed him a picture. This is Everyday Magic by Zatanna, and it's a cover by Brian Boland. I only paid $1 for this, believe it or not. But go on to eBay, and they're getting $40 to $50 for this book right now. Why, I have no idea. But yeah, very, very cool. So, and this is another fun one. This is The World's Funnest by Evan Dorkin and friends. Now, these friends, there's 22 of them, and they include things like Brian Boland, Frank Miller, Alex Ross, Mike Allred, all contribute to this, and it's an Elseworld. So strongly suggest picking that up if you can. So, and with that, I'm going to end this. This is look for part 2, and Vin Crew signing off. Thank you.